obviously we're talking the infamous main event, the famous main event. What was it? What this show is known for, really?
Yes.
Is the Hell in a Cell match between Cactus Jack and Triple H for the WWF Championship, with the stipulation is if Mick Foley Cactus Jack doesn't win, he has to retire.
He has to retire. A stipulation put in by Triple H, but Triple H very kindly, even though he's a heel, very kindly says, "Okay, I'll give you a rematch, and you can choose whatever stipulation you want," which is a dumbass move from Triple H.
Yeah, what would you expect? I found it.
If Mick Foley's going to choose the most barbaric stipulation ever, yeah,
but I mean,
he's not going to choose a submission match. He's not going to do a best 2 out of 3 falls match. He's an Iron Man match. Hell in the Cell. Oh fuck.
Has he actually? Here's a question: has he actually ever won a Hell in a Cell?
Mick Foley, no, I don't think he has. I don't think he ever won a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, but interesting. Anyway, but yeah,
I think Triple H has the most wins. I think in Hell in a Cell.
What a shocker!
It's either him or Brock Lesnar. I think
I'm going to go Triple H on that one. I bet he's probably. Yeah. But anyway.
Triple H probably had more matches for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the setup was pretty decent. I mean, it's just like Mick Foley Cactus Jack was doing the whole like this is his match, his domain. Like he's gonna beat the living crap out of you. I mean, if it's anything compared to their match at Street Fighter in the Royal Rumble, that was pretty brutal.
That was brutal. Triple H leaving on a stretcher. Triple H doing the whole thing of he as kind of leader or GM, I guess, of WWF under the McMahon Helmsley regime. He dreamt of a WWF without Mick Foley. So I was like, well, okay.
This is very dark here.
Serious to me. He wants Mick gone completely.
I mean,
by any means necessary, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
but he could have just fired him.
What he did, remember?
Yeah, he did. He ordered Rock and Mick Foley to have a match, like a pole match, I think it was. Is that right?
Says like contract on a pole match. Think so.
Contract on a pole match, yes.
I think he just reinstated him. I think it was just a situation of like, I think it was like The Rock. Everyone was going on strike basically, and they chose The Rock as their like community leader. Yes. And The Rock was just basically holding the show hostage, and they were like, "Well, if you don't reinstate Mick Foley, then we're going to walk out." And obviously, they can't. There's nothing they can do. So,
nope.
It was basically. It was similar to, well, obviously they got it from this, but when the Occupy War thing with Danny Bryan and stuff.
Yes.
It was basically that, but just with The Rock and sort of like we'll hold up the show unless you give it. So, and they obviously had to. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was anything. I don't contract on a pole match. Yeah, it's probably again Vince Russo. That's Vince Russo, man. But yeah, but the cool thing is about this Hell in a Cell match I noticed is that. The door had like multiple chains on it. They padlocked it.
Yeah, whether that was Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, or he got someone to do it, or they got someone to do it. Very clever. Mick said beforehand he wanted to jump off the cell and land on Triple H. It's a shame they couldn't tease that. I wish they did a spot where Mick Foley actually climbed the cage to try and jump on Triple H, and Stephanie maybe stops him, or is attacked by a member of DX on top of the cell, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, but I mean, I think I just like that because it just felt like it was very, like it's like no one can escape, like literally on the no way out. Like Triple H doesn't want him to go on top of the cage because he knows that he jumps off it half of the time.
Yeah.
But when they set that up, they obviously were gonna pay it off. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, again, it's like it was crazy. You had like chair shots. You had like the cool thing where like steel steps,
launching the steel steps into into Mick Foley's face. Yeah,
that's when it all started. I mean, wonder why the guy probably can't think straight. He's had enough chair shots. I mean, you had the The Rock hitting him 7 times, and then you've got steel steps to the face, like the head, chair shots to the head.
For a man who at that time had a 15-year career wrestling. His in-ring IQ, not sure whether it's a character or it's him, was not very good. He was trying to throw chairs up onto the cell when it wasn't reaching. As he was climbing, he was throwing weapons up onto the roof when Triple H was there, just to grab the barbed wire baseball bat.
Yeah, I saw that.
There was that kind of gap in the cell, which was his opening to get out. It was open, but he just charged at it and just ran and just landed head first into the barricade.
Yeah,
like, you didn't need to do that, man.
Yeah, and obviously that.
What's wrong with you?
And it gave was it Triple H the advantage? I think he was like proper trying to go all out. Like, I'm going to take you. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out with a blaze of glory. I mean, just the whole thing. I mean, when you knew when he was going up to that cage. Obviously, we know now because it's infamous. But walking up, I mean, again with going through the Spanish announce table, it survived. Yeah. It survived the whole show, but near the end.
Oh, so close. Interesting to note as well, like Triple H's reaction, because he was celebrating on the top of the cell, obviously when that happened. But those moments of, I'm not quite sure whether it was Triple H or it was Paul Levesque. Mick Foley falls through the announce table and Triple H is just there, or Paul Levesque. They're like kind of like shocked, like, what the hell have I just done? Oh my god, have I just killed him?
Even JR was like trying to push it really well there when he was like, no, seriously, someone come out and check this man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was all in storyline because obviously the guy if you can fall on the top of a freaking Hell in the Cell and land on an announce table, I think it should be okay if he falls off like the side of it. But it's just I just miss that kind of like commentary where it's like proper story driven,
Yeah.
I just miss JR. I mean, obviously I know he's in the AEW, but that JR. But
with JR and Taz, wow, that's a good commentary.
Interesting one. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that one. But I think I always mess. There was a nice little line that Jerry the King Lawler said. It was like, what was it? Was it Mick Foley's brain must be made of magnets because he keeps getting attracted to metal.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure he's got like a couple of maybe steel plates in his head. He must do.
Probably lost all his brain cells, most of them. I mean, good.
Yeah.
I mean, but let's be honest. We're beating around the bush to the bit that's everyone remembers, though. The bit. I mean, obviously, one thing obviously had the bit with the. It wouldn't be an extreme match if you didn't have some sort of like barbed wire bat. On a 2x4. Yeah,
with some matches, whatever it was, conveniently placed at the top of the cell. So obviously Triple H and Stephanie did some rigging of the cell, and Mick Foley did his own rigging of the cell, putting some matches on the top.
Yeah, nice one there by Mick. I mean,
and setting up the barbed wire baseball bat by the ring announcer. Had they not noticed that there was a barbed wire baseball bat?
No, it's like very convenient.
Did they not notice when they sat down, going, "Oh Jesus Christ, that was prickly."
I mean, I think I loved it. I loved it. Sort of like when he rakes it across Triple H's forehead. I mean, when he have the crimson mask and all that kind of stuff. Oh god! But yeah, but near the end, it's like when he actually put it on fire, and I think he was going to do like a power driver onto it, and then the famous like reversal. And then he goes through the cage, and like it breaks
and through the mat. Yeah.
I mean, that is just it's great. It's not. It's looking back. It's so cool to watch.
And again, Triple H's reaction, like, "Oh my god, is he dead? Am I going to jail for murder?" And then cut to Stephanie's reaction, who's just laughing, like sadistic. It's like, my God, she doesn't care about Mick Foley at all.
To be fair, she probably hates the guy because he just wants like trying to hurt his husband. But I mean, I think I liked the bit when he climbed down and then he checked on him and he was moving and then he was like, "Oh crap." So, but only thing about this,
he won't die.
Yeah. Only thing is, it did end abruptly though.
I think it had to though, especially at a big spot like that. If you're doing a big spot and then you're fighting for like another 10 minutes. It's kind of like, well, it's like you'd be superhuman. And this is like towards the end of like, well, the story was this would be his last match, so he's tired, fatigued, the body's worn down. He's taken one last big bump. He still manages to get up from that. Just one finisher, boom, done.
I don't know. Maybe we're just kind of used to, again, maybe I'm in condition to, like, kick out a finisher in a big match.
I think we are.
I think this might be a good thing watching this 2000. It might get rid of that conditioning. But yeah, outstanding. The whole rivalry between Mick Foley and like Triple H, it's amazing. Triple H, we forget how good of a heel he is, and he was back then.
Yeah, incredible. Superstar of the year, I believe he was, in the year 2000.
Did he win your Super G1?
He won the Super G1 that year as well.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't know, it's just like, I always go by the principle, is obviously, from stories, is a hero is only as good as the villain.
Yes.
And with Triple H, he is a good villain.
Very good villain. And Stephanie as well.
Oh, yeah, but I think she's got the laugh. I probably got it from her father, Vince, because Vince got that laugh as well. But she's got that face of like, she looks like she's evil. With like the crazy eyes and the smile. But this, and again, I like with the end, it's just like this Triple H won the title, he went off, and then they were just like, no, this is Mick Foley's moment. Mm-hmm. And it's just...
That was lovely.
And just right at the end, you can see, I think he was tearing up. I think he was actually really...
Yeah.
Because, life it's like life sometimes imitates art. So maybe it might have been a thing he really was retiring. Or was it a part of the story? I could probably look it up, but I don't know at the time.
I have no idea either, unless he had like some injury, or I don't know, and he had to retire. Or he just made a decision there and then, and they just suddenly decided, actually... we want you back in the WrestleMania. Want you in the WrestleMania picture.
Well, maybe just it made sense in the story, I guess. But